SW.
Yeah, this is a Cylon named Volpa. He was the commander on the planet with the gun on the ice planet.
Yeah, the pulse gun.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at that guy.
And I want to point out his pose. So when we get a costume, it's like you got to make a decision. How are you going to pose it, right? So our collections team was looking at this, and they found the action figure of the Cylon this big, and they saw the pose it was in, and they matched the pose exactly to the original action figure.
I can get action figures?
And then for a couple of days, they left the action figure sitting down there on the bed.
I'll tell you right now, people can argue with me about this, but out of all of these sort of, if you will, robotic-looking creatures that they've ever made,
right.
I say the old school Cylons are still by far the best. They beat the hell out of the Stormtroopers. For all you Star Wars fans, I know that is sacrilege, but with the moving eye that they had and the voice, the voice, these guys rocked. They were a lot more intimidating to me than the Stormtroopers.
I love that, the eye that's going right there.
Oh, on the ship.
Yeah.
That was something with the new ships. Did we see that with the old ships before?
No, the old ships were flown by little
three
Cylon
guys.
pilots.
That's right.
The new ship is like a cybernetic organism.
Yeah.
It's a living robotic spaceship. Actually, if you check out the side of the wing there, you can see this one's been
whoa.
and it's got these sort of bloody wounds.
Yeah.
Because it's a living creature and a spaceship at the same time.
Well, get it a
Which does
Band-Aid.
make sense.
Jeez, you guys.
It does make sense. I mean, that is a nice extension that they did with the new series that they never covered in the old series. But they figured if they were if they were robotic organisms, and then in the new show they decided to make them cybernetic and human-like, then it made sense that the ships would have that ability too.
Looks like it's got MRSA.
Yeah, it does have
Pretty
problems.
bad.
Now, I would like to say, though, I think maybe Farscape and Lex, they might have got the idea from those shows to have living ships. Showing off my geekdom right here, Tappy.
Yeah, you're beyond my universe.
Over your head.
Yes, over my head.
Lex is top of you.
The armor on the old Cylon is actually made of cardboard with a shiny vinyl layer over it. So it's like the ship's super proud.
Wow.
Right.
And in fact, there was an episode of the original series when the director had a bunch of Cylons walk through a swamp because he didn't realize that the armor was made of paper. And then all the armor just like shredded and they had to remake.
Oh,
that's
nice.
awesome. Hey, I want to see if I'm a Cylon.
This is a big part of the storyline, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, back with the new show. They were trying to figure out who was who when they figured out that Cylons look like humans. Are you ready, Steve?
That's right, because
Are you a Cylon?
Cylons were no longer
Do you hear
clunky
the
metal.
activation signal?
No.
Guess you're not a Cylon.
Damn! I want to be a Cylon.
You don't want to be a Cylon.
Yes, I do. I want to beat you up.
No.
Nothing. Can I lie and say that I heard it? No.
There's a special signal you have to hear, Steve.
Damn it. All right.
All right, let's try Vicky.
Okay.
All right, Toppy. Let's see if Toppy's a Cylon. Hear anything?
No.
Ha! You're not a Cylon either.
Vicky, you of all people I would suspect be a Cylon.
What's it supposed to sound like?
You hear anything? Well, if you hear
If
something,
you have
no.
to ask.
You would know, yeah.
Can I lie?
Oh, here. Oh, hey, look, it's Mono Nick. We lost him. Hey.
From the darkness
Yeah.
emerges.
I bet he's a Cylon. Step on that.
You have to be tested.
The humans hope you're a Cylon,
Hear
buddy.
anything, Nick?
Is this supposed to tell me if I'm a Cylon or not? It says to be tested, stand here.
I know. You don't hear anything?
No.
I think even if he did hear something, he would know.
Yeah.
He wouldn't know he heard anything. All right. I got to be the last one.
All right. It's up to BJ.
Trouble. This is trouble now.
Hear anything?
Oh, I don't hear a thing. No, everything's fine. Because that's the right answer you're supposed to give if you hear something. Because if they're testing you, you don't want to tell them you hear anything.
Right.
But number 6 was, she was quite the sex
That
symbol.
is a small dress.
Yeah. Very cool.
Now, she was in the miniseries. Did she last throughout the whole show?
Oh, yeah. Let's just say that she had quite a huge part in the whole
She was
situation.
kind of like the voice in his head kind of thing. The Baltar, original Baltar
Yeah,
guy.
I had to.
Weird vision.
There's a voice in your head. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear her. Oh, he's a Cylon over there.
Oh, he
Ah,
Wow.
boo.
Nice.
Oh.
The OVRs.
I remember this guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's awesome.
They cocooned all the people up and...
This is really neat. The they used stunt women to play the Ovions because they were like small and strong. And see how it has 4 arms? There's this whole system of cables and pulleys inside so that they can control all 4 arms independently with just their 2 arms.
Okay.
And what's really funky is where they put their arms, on this side it was the upper arm, but on this side it was the lower arm.
Oh.
So they were kind of like this, you know, and then the other 2 were the fake ones that they would manipulate to...
That's
again,
pretty cool.
Imperious leader.
The Imperious Leader.
Now, was he in the new school or is he just old school?
No, there was no Imperious Leader. Not like this.
Just old school. And a great costume sketch. That's the original sketch by the costume designer for the original show, Jean-Pierre Doliac.
78.
And we never knew what he was supposed to be.
It's kind of mysterious because they're all supposed to be robots, but he was very organic. And
Yeah, his head was very organic, like you thought he was really something.
so an original series Cylon rifle. Yeah. You can tell it's kind of. You can really see compare the aesthetics of the old and new show, right? Original show very sci-fi, right? With this crazy light-up tube and things like that, and all the very fancy black electrical tape that holds it together.
Oh, how funny.
New school FN 55.7 is actually just modeled after a standard pistol that is in use these days. Some fun little personal items. President Rosalind's glasses, kind of the iconic.
Oh yeah. So those are the ones, huh?
Those are the ones. Starbucks dog tags. And my favorite, Colonel Ty's drinking flask and eye patch.
Oh, the eye patch.
And the eye patch. So the eye patch, on the back of it, it's got this little blood stain, something you'd never see, but I think the props department did it just to like make this weird verisimilitude for the actor.
Because he didn't lose his eye in a pleasant way. Well, Brooks, I do appreciate you taking all this time to show us his cool stuff.
I
I've been
show it off
geeking
to
out
people
big
who
time.
love it. That's
Geeking out big time. And we've even convinced Top Shelf maybe that he should watch the new series.
Yeah,
Brooks gives it a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
yeah. How long would it take me to watch all 4 seasons, though?
Well, that's
a whole week.
You got Christmas off.
That's
Oh,
true.
It's like 80 hours, right? You could knock that out in
80 hours.
2
You
straight
could do
weeks.
that. Sure, you could get that done.
I might do it.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is really a great,
This is awesome.
great exhibition. And I like the fact that Paul Allen took some of his own stuff and threw it in here, as well as, of course, aggregated it from all different sources as well. Thank you, NBC.
Right on.
Well,
Thanks.
before we go, one last thing.
Yes.
Can you hold this? I want to see if I'm a Cylon.
All right, one last try, Steve. One last try. Is Steve a Cylon?
No.
Sorry, Steve.
The BJ Shea Morning Experience on 99.9 KISW.